As we are once again,
Strange that we stand about when there is so much to do.
don't worry about it. Because of course, we now have a lot to do, in part. What we have to do is, of course, starting our collection again. Getting all of our little Pokemon set up, basically. In this particular case, that means getting all of the companions to sit around and play nice. And, apart from those outside of the city, I think it would also be rather prudent to try and get the companions quests out of them, basically. So at least the plan goes. So we're gonna start doing just that.
I am Edwin Odesseron. You simians may refer to me merely as Sir, if you prefer a less syllable-intensive workout.
Indeed, Edwin, as he has always been. I remember you, Edwin. As I recall, you should be dead. Which is a fair point, because technically speaking, what you're supposed to be doing in Baldur's Gate 1 is to actually make a choice, a moral one, between either helping Edwin kill Dinner here, which, you know, puts Dinner here and Minsk kinda out of your range for eternity, or alternatively, side with Minsk and Dinner here, which will put you in direct conflict with Edwin, at which point he should be dead. He's not. That is actually very much accurate with how we played Baldur's Gate 1, but there's that. Alternatively, there's also, of course, the point that there's a very good reason why you want Edwin around this time. He has a very amusing quest to his name once you have him in your party, and I highly recommend. I highly recommend indeed. You will see what I mean soon. Don't worry about it. Edwin, don't you recognize me? It's me. Past hardly matters. Company currently keeps no limits your use. No matter, I shall make this transaction as quick and bloodless as possible. You're very selective, Red Wizard. Why do you not work with Shadow Thieves? And what is your connection to our capture by Renicus? He is dead, and I will have an answer. Your whining husband is dead, Druid. It has nothing to do with me. And as for answers, you must go much higher than me to be satisfied. My association with the Shadow Thief has been accomplished for reasons of my own, none of which has anything to do with you. He's kinda having a bit of a hard time, to be fair. Anyway, it seems my prowess as a mage has captured here of the cold wizards. But they are envious, now their actions are not fitting tribute. I have dispatched an agent to investigate my activities, something I don't appreciate. This insult must be punished by killing the cold agent. Rayek Grissens is his name. House is a grey 3-story behind the fence along the westward wall of the docks district. If he's home, his door will be open. When you find Rayek, kill him. Question him before and if you like. Any insight into the cold wizard is useful. A little torture would soften him. Probably would. Consider done. Good. Now linger about then, get going. Yeah, motivating these losses like pulling teeth. It is considered about arousing the ire of the cold wizard for such a deed. Let us hope the blame falls on the Shadow Thieves and not upon our own heads, eh? A fair point. That also means that it's probably high time to start preparing some more specific spells. Still don't have any armor that would allow me to cast magic in combat, so I guess this is okay for the moment. Jahira, my little beloved one. You'll start learning that. As will you, probably. Right now you have Repulse Under. Repulse Under is cute. It doesn't help me if I'm running around like headless chicken. So, we got our job. And our job will of course be to go out and beat the ability shit of him. Which house was it? Right, yeah, that one. Okay, let's go to the tavern, rest for the night so that we have that spell available, because I can, already foreseeing that we'll need it.
Might I bend your ear for a moment?
Certainly. What would you like? I've been thinking much my test of late. I will dictate my entire future, as the order will decide whether or not I will be allowed into their ranks. That's everything I've strived for. The years spent proving myself, I don't know what I would do if I failed the test. Yet suddenly I'm quite sure that I will fail it. It is my heart that will betray me. I feel faithless and worthless in my soul. as I will know of it. What do you think, my lady? Am I really so terrible? Tried so hard, and yet it all seems to come to naught. Do you think I will fail the test as well? No, no, you must be confident that you follow the right path. If you follow your conscience, how can they refuse you? I do not know my own conscience, my lady. I would not turn to others for guidance if I did, but I do thank you humbly for your counsel. You are most kind. The test will come for me soon enough, I suppose. I hope there's much more I can do between now than to rectify my feelings. What will come, will come. Indeed. Because we have kinda set him up to fail, he will obviously fail. The very moment we decided to take it into our own hands, instead of relying on the law,
extend a bit of hospitality to his guests.
he literally cannot win this one any longer. The reason why we did it, you know, apart from being mean and less, is the fact that if he gets through that, and he becomes a radiant heart paladin, he becomes a good person.
Have a look at my wares. I trust you'll find them all in satisfactory condition.
And we kinda don't want that to happen. We kinda would like him to not become a goody two-shoes. And that keep him as a a noble person. I would need a lot more of those chaotic commands. I can tell as much. Yeah, just kill the little buggers. No reason to be afraid.
Did that. If that's what you want.
Oh, did that hurt? Yes, probably did. Getting hit by giant swords has a tendency to hurt quite a bit.
I'm ready. I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Yes. So you have made me believe.
I'm waiting.
Yeah,
Whatever you
let's go
decide.
upstairs and see what we can find. Stone golems.
I hit to no effect.
Well, I mean, we are slowed,
Yes, Bill.
but that shouldn't be much of a problem. You still have hold person.
Nature's servant.
I was pretty sure I took that away from you.
It's in his 40.
No effect.
Ah,
I hit to no effect.
holy fucking shit. That was brutal. Who hits over 50 fucking HP? That's not something you see every day. I will have to very politely say. And I do mean it. Holy fucking shit. That motherfucking hurt.
Nothing to it.
Jesus Christ.
Righteousness
It
shall
has no
prevail!
effect. It has no
No
effect.
effect.
Nature.
Oh, no wonder they're worth 8,000 fucking XP if they can hit you that fucking hard.
To no effect.
What is it now?
I hit
It has no
no
effect.
Yes, yes, I know your weapon has no
It
effect.
has no
No
effect.
I hit
Yeah.
to no effect.
That was brutal.
Very well.
Declare yourself.
Old, and here true to my studies. You turn your life gold wizard. Bah. I'll not ever that insolent. Oh yeah, well, you will. Hey, do you know what that is? That is contingency spells. Contingency spells are a pain in the ass. Where is my... didn't I had somebody set up with the more... Or was that the other one? Yeah, it was the other one, wasn't it?
I am yours to command.
My attack has no effect.
Yeah, because she's protected at the moment, but don't worry about it.
My attack has no effect. Whatever you want. I am ready. It is done.
Shah guides my hand.
I'm ready. I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
I think this once... Oh, that's, once he's here running out of healing... Which he should at some point. Because his contingency spells did not contain everything. I hate mages all so much sometimes. Especially for what they can do to you and what they fucking will do to you if given half a fucking chance. Believe you
What
me.
is it now?
Okay, This is the reason I want to have a mage around.
Declare yourself.
Jacques.
Nature's servant awaits. Yes, it is.
I don't think this will
await
work.
your name.
He's probably too protected for that.
Cannot end like
What
this.
bastard.
I shall not allow. Ustanza dost.
Oh, what bastard.
Potentis.
I hate fighting wizards sometimes.
Vita mortis
How do I feel? And then, as soon as my companions, you little Terry, remember what it means to stand and fight. I hate fucking wizards. Ah, fucking wizards, I tell ya. Amongst the many creatures that you do not want to mess with in the large world of Baldur's Gate, wizards, especially the higher level variant, not the Baldur's Gate 1 variant, mind you, the Baldur's Gate 2 variant, are pretty damn far up the list for one singular bloody reason, and that is that they have contingency spells. Now, what contingency spells means, it means that you have spells that once a certain condition is met, like for example an enemy is spotted,
I can dance on the
they
head of a
unload
pin as
immediately. And as you might be able to imagine, that is not a good thing for us. That's the definition of a very bad thing. Now then, luckily enough, if you manage to survive the spell onslaught of a wizard, at some point they're gonna run out, at which point, you're basically just an old man.
I'm waiting.
God bless that.
Very well.
I think it was yesterday, somebody nicely pointed out, yes, you can actually protect yourself relatively well.
In avoidance. Fleet of foot and all that.
By using stuff like chaotic commands. However, it's a very high level spell. I think it's level 5, isn't it? And it only affects one person. Meaning that, yes, technically speaking, you can protect your water. And it's actually working properly. Let's more water. Good thing I was prepared for Terry showing up. With ever more water. Yeah. Will you give up water? Now you could, technically speaking, I think you can get chromatic, sure. Chromatic is what it's called now. Chaotic commands, there's a scroll as well, which is gonna open up some more options for you. However, it's still a pain in the ass. That's what it comes down to, that is what it is. It's a royal pain in the ass, and it is supposed to be, because, you know, wizards are supposed to be rather annoying to fight. For obvious reasons. They are, technically speaking, already a pain in the ass to fight in original Baldur's Gate 1. However, they're still very, very limited by the amount of spells they can get and the level they can get in order to get access to more annoying stuff. That is, of course, not any longer given here. Meaning, whenever it's like, okay, a wizard is probably gonna be involved, you have two options. You do what, like I did. You run in there, hope for some good luck. Count on the AI being stupid. Oops, wrong direction. Alternatively, you actually do prepare a lot more in the way of protection. As of course. To put a bit of a topic change in. Tomorrow we're once again going to play
What would you like?
Star Wars with the strategy. And I think on the following day, Sunday, I'm also gonna probably play something different, because I do kind of want to play some either Mana Lord or something else. I did recently got a nice little patch, and then so I don't know. Hey, got your shopping. Good day to you, little strategy. How are you, my friend, on this finest of days? I was just talking about you. We were like, yes, tomorrow we're gonna play Star Wars. And on Sunday, I think some Mana Lords or something. So I haven't played it in a while, and you did say it got in a patch recently.
My lackey's return, and none too soon. Has the cowled fool been disposed of?
The dude of Edwin, he never realized that, you know, whenever he's doing his internal monologue, we can hear him. Star Wars, yay! That's kind of what my character will turn out to be. She will be the greatest whore. I'm using the Force for every evil little thing she can. Probably enslaving people sexually, of course, as well, because, you know, if you have the ability. I mean, you know, there's a Force joke. If, you know, if that's a thing, then yes, you can probably do some horribly smexy things with the Force. Yep. Brushing up daisies as we speak, Edwin. We killed him for you. Well done. An inconvenience that needed to be dealt with. I have another mission for you then, that does not necessarily involve any bloodshed at all. It's just a simple retrieval of some crucial documents that you must be as discreet as possible, if these club-footed fools will manage. Huh? What are these? Why so secretive? Once the documents are not of your concern, to make people turn to the dark side, you might want that place is for you. Yeah, maybe, potentially. The Force would, I mean, consider how humans are by nature. We have a tendency to take everything we can get our hands on and find out the most strangest way if we cannot turn it into something pleasurable for us. This kind of humanity, it would not take long for the Force to become a bit of an extended sex toy, I would assume, considering how people are. I know, I can see it right now. I can see the advertisement, literally on the walls. And it would not be surprising at all. Humanity. I do love humanity. We are such a strange thing. We are capable of the greatest inventions, of the greatest intellect, and we are still quite capable of going to degrees of degeneracy that has never been seen before and hopefully will never be seen again. Reminds me of one particular author, of course. The Marquis de Sade and his two books. Which, of course, you know, I too took an interest in this most vile of individual and went like, why is he so wildly disregarded in such ways? Then you read his books, and then you're like, okay, now I fucking know. That was a mistake. Oh well. Blah 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 da, da, da. Fair enough, I'll be on my way then. Where do I find my documents? Marcus, he may be found on deceased bounty. Okay. Give your documents in any manner that you wish. Guile. That shuttle means beyond these monkeys, I'm sure. Do love Edwin. What Marquis? The Marquis de Sade. Don't you know strategy? Rather famous Frenchman. Was he Frenchman? I think he was a Frenchman, yeah. The Marquis was a Frenchman. Which does not surprise me at all, that because if you're looking for degeneracy, look no further than the French, of course. And he was a very good example. Actually, there's a lot of implication you can take from his ways, because there's actually some overlap to more modern concepts in his behaviors and what he tried to do. Because what the Marquis de Sade basically did in his books... Yes, I know that the Marquis is a noble title. Look up Marquis de Sade. This does not take long. Google it and you will see what I mean. You'll probably have heard of him along the way. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, right. To give you a short option, basically he came to the conclusion that the old values were all shit. Now the old values, of course, were kind of church influenced, so you know, the church had certain virtues, chastity, generally speaking, trying to be a fucking normal human being that doesn't do all the horrible things, you know. And since he decided that, well, it's all shit, we're gonna go into the opposite direction now. And since denying every virtue, or everything that we would consider a virtue normally, and turning everything that is opposed to that into a virtue, means of course that what you're creating is a horrible degenerate creature. Which is precisely what he's proven in his books. Very much so. Oh fucking hell. But yeah, an interesting individual, and you can absolutely see that this sort of thing is basically still very much so the same when a new movement comes up and determines that everything the older ways, or the old way stood for, is bad and horrible. For some reason that never turns out well, because some virtues are actually just general virtues and should not be changed at all. You know, like trying to not be a shitty human being. A good start, isn't it? You determine that's a bad thing, and being an asshole is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, that's not gonna do wonders for society, will it now? Really not. Let's see here. Snap a snack quickly and quietly. Okay. Okay, so we could... imagine the scene here for a moment. You come into the bar, you look around, you see the guy with the documents, you go up to him like, oh, schau dich vorsichtig, Joe, snap. Right in the middle of the city. It's amazing. No, let's not try to murder him, because I'm pretty sure that's gonna do not good for my reputation. You have some documents I wish to purchase. Yeah, let's see here. Why don't you pay me... just to 250 or to cover it? That's cheap. Oh, look at that. I can use my amazingly good looks for something. Huh? Sure, a lovely man like yourself wouldn't do a woman like me a little favor. Certainly. It even worked. Nice. Must be my fucking amazing charisma, I'm assuming. About the fact that I'm a woman, you know. Because, you know, it's probably the greatest weakness of the for many great men, you know, that they do have an interest, let's say, at least, in the schmeckschier variant of the females walking around. And so, you know, if they get all close and snoozy and go like, please, my lord, what shouldn't you? And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. How many great nations have... Actually, you know, that's not even a lie. Do you know how many great wars we fought over, quite literally, you know, some probably very amazing pussy? Or assumed amazing pussy, because nobody actually knew at this point, because part of the charm of said ladies was that they were quite virtuous, so, you know. Assumed great pussy was on the table, and great men have decided that, well, we go to war for that now, and it's like, okay, it's, imagine being a soldier in such a war, you know. We're not doing it for fame, we're not doing it for glory, we're not doing it to defend our homeland. No, we're quite literally doing it so the bus guy can get a chance on that ass. You would be quite surprised. It's amazing. It's amazing. as I said before, human history is just one hell of an interesting drug trip if you read through it a little bit. Because holy head, are we sometimes kind of fucking interesting.
Do you have the documents I asked for? This matter is more important than your average simple correspondence.
Yes, the documents have been secured, no blood has been spilled. I just gave him a bit of a, you know, bit of cleavage, and he was like, yes, sure, lady, I'll give you my documents. Marvelous work, marvelous work. You've obviously exceeded your low-bone heritage and searched to the vanguard of goonery. Oh, like a what? Edwin. He tries so hard to pretend that he's so fucking good. But if you look at his life and the choices he made, he's actually not nearly as wise and as intelligent as he makes himself out to be. Just fucking arrogant as fucking sin. But there's fucking good reason why I want him in the party. If there's one quest I remember all the time very well, it is the quest for Edwin. Where we go and collect the... are the Nether Scrolls? I think it was Nether Scrolls that we collect for him. Very important. Because that leads to some shenanigans that are absolutely worth it. And just for that you want to have him in the party. Never mind, not convinced with my va, there's a final task for you. A last test of loyalty. Go and he'll give you your final assignment. Okay. You will see what I mean once that starts, because I've decided how we're gonna do this basically. Right now we're kinda stuck. We have not met with Valen, nor do we have met with the mistress of the opposing guild. Let's just call them the Vampire Guild, because they are indeed the Vampire Guild. So, main story-wise, we're kind of stuck. Because nothing is going to happen until we make the choice on which side we're going to join. I've joined both sides in my time, and honestly, I'll probably put it up to a vote as well, and just go like, okay, you people decide which side you wanna go on. Do you want to join the Shadow Thieves? Well, they are a thing. Or do you want us to join the Vampire side? I personally would not recommend going for the Vampires, because they are assholes, and you cannot trust them at all, but I'll leave that up for debate. But before we do that,
has been telling me you are at the very least
we're going to try and get most of the companions, and of course we're also going to try to get a lot of their quests done. Okay, so what do you want me to do? Special task for you, use for me, and you will be set within the guild for whatever you need. Don't think it will be easy though. There's a traitor amongst us. Horrible. Yes, one who has abused the trust we have given him. He must be dealt with in a permanent fashion. Amball is his name, and you are to kill him with prejudice. Yes. At the sea boundary northwest, bring it to me, Stega, shall I have done the deed. What will be my reward? Petty thievery is one thing, but this is murder. Reward. Should be an honor just to be asked. Ever since the task is dangerous, I will have something waiting for you when you return. Okay. Consider the fool dead. Good, that's the spirit I like to see. Show me what it means to be a shadow thief. Yes, but we have not forgotten our mission, have we now? Final of these tasks it was. It's no taste for bounty hunting, but let us find this thief and have the deed done with quickly. You might wonder what Sunday Gathering would consider a traitor. Role will likely be either a devil or a saint. Either way, let's track the cur down quickly. This is what we must do. I do like Baldur's Gate 2. When every last thing you do, or don't do, can in fact give you a nice response from your party going like, But to be fair, some responses are kinda strange. Or not really sorted out that well. Like when when Yahira actually complains about us not giving the little street urchins some money. It's like, bitch, you're a druid, and you should do it. You're not supposed to be druid, but you're supposed to be all about balance. If, in a city like this, balance can exist in some way between the people, then it would be something close to what nature does, you know? Strongest survive, and all of that. So why the fuck would we intervene then? That doesn't really seem sensible. A fucking child cannot stand on its own merits, then die it shall, in the streets. Might be a bit of a sad state, but I'm not gonna waste my fucking money on them. That's not because I'm not willing to waste some money, mind you. I'm quite willing to waste some money here and there, for the right purposes. Hello, Ember. Do you have perchance some information for me? Because I'm assuming you have. Oh, you're here to kill me, aren't you? Please, tell my wife for all misunderstanding. What misunderstanding? What are you talking about? Didn't mean to. I heard Marva talking to some of the other guild members about killing a renal blood skull. They cried out in shock. Marva heard me. That was bloody stupid of you. I'm as good as dead, I know it. Please don't kill me, though. I've been faithful to the Shadow Thieves. I never wanted to get mixed up in this. Ah, do you have proof of what you're saying? No, I know what I overheard Marva saying. The fact that he knows I heard him means Marva will hunt me until he knows I'm dead. You'll have to come with me then, Torina himself. Need to tell him your story. I cannot. Saying he's around a while will hunt me down. Rosram, I think I'm an assassin. Must flee the city. Please let me go. If you had some proof on your hands, I would, but right now I can't actually blow my cover, can I? It's time for you to die. Sorry to say. I hate potions of invisibility. See, I'm a realist in this particular case. If we had some proof of what he's saying, we could have used it, because our main job is still to get any evidence that Mara is actually a traitor to the guild. But if he doesn't get anything like that, and he's not willing to talk up to our actual boss, then yeah. Not so interested, nor am I. Actually not interested at all. I'm not gonna risk him, doing a mistake, getting caught and blabbing about how we let him go, so long as we have not finished our job. It is not going to work. Hello, prisoner. Named prisoner, even.
The traitor is dead, I trust.
Oh yeah, kinda.
Yes, you have his dagger. Despite your useless appearance, you have done well.
I eagerly await my reward, though.
Yes. Truth be known, I'm not listening to you.
Emma was on to be removed. Now I can move on to other things. Our way is clear to me. You have been a useful tool, and you may be once again. Don't think you're more than that. All of 1,000 thieves all doing my bidding just as you are. You're no tool. And leave the thinkers to their thinking. Talk to Edward. Might have something to do for you. But damn it. I mean, he now considers us part of the guild. That is good. However, we still have not found any proof of his treachery.
If that's what you want.
Yet, at least. Now we can probably move a bit freer now, can't we?
Tell me all about it.
Yes, I shall tell you all about it, little lady. Let's see. Maybe Edwin is actually a good address for that. Yes, I kind of want to have him in my party.
Whatever you desire.
Well, you have surpassed the exceedingly low expectations I had of you. You now have the trust of Mavar securely in hand and have proven your competence to me once more, though just barely.
Edwin never really understood that. Every time his inner monologue happens, he's actually letting it leak out. Edwin, such a special little individual. Now that I'm assured of your loyalty to the cause of the moment, it seems an appropriate juncture to dispense with one's pretenses. Yeah, your pretense of naivete and wilderness manners is clever, but a wizard sees more than mere appearances. You have a secret. Now why are you here? Mashing your lips on Marva's boots. And his ass, probably. It's nothing to do with stipends or wages or the guild business. I admit that I've come to spy on Marva. What exactly do you want of me? That happens, I know where we can find damning evidence of Marva's betrayal of Renal Bloodscalp. That is your purpose, isn't it? Yes, Miss Otto. Marva has been counting the night knives in order to bolster his own strategic position and betray Renal. Masterfully planned, but I have seen through it. The knives are a cutthroat guild of footpads, brigands, highwaymen based in the congested cesspool of Westgate. Obviously, they wish to expand. Marva is fully aware of the penalty if the Shadow Thieves learn of his plans. Would be disastrous, both for his ambitions and his continued breathing. You'll find the proof required at Marva's quarters. They conveniently have a key that opens his strongbox. Going to be on the winning side in this affair. Walk a dangerous path, wizard. Don't your talk, you are nothing better than an opportunistic turncoat. Not that I think we should be complaining or anything. It require my peerless skill, finesse to break into Marva's suit. You know well, my magical skills are supreme. He's actually not lying for once. Technically speaking, I think, what was it again? I think it has to do with the spell slots. Because I think he can actually get more high-level spell slots than pretty much anyone else. Meaning that, although he is not nearly as wise and not nearly as intelligent as he makes himself out to be, when he says that he is actually of peerless skill, and his magic skills are supreme, he's actually for once not lying or overstating. No, he's actually quite truthfully stating something true. Certainly, we could use your help gaining entrance to this room. A wise decision, Lord. We should go to Marva's room promptly. It's on the floor below this one. I have the key that will let us into his strongbox.
Yes.
Let's see. Memorize 2 extra... Yeah, that one. And memorize 2 extra wizard spells of each fucking level. That goes up to the max level of spells you can cast. Holy fucking shit. That's pretty fucking amazing. And don't you know it? And don't you fucking know it. Let's see. Dagger, quarterstaff. Okay, so I'll give you sling as well, of course. You are a mage after all. And we do need to buy him some basic bitch equipment.
I'm waiting. Nothing to it.
Fundamentally, I think I'll keep doing this because I do want to go through basically all the companions at least once, which means I do need to read up a little bit because there are conflicts between companions. Obviously. That was not what I wanted to do.
Very well. Whatever you want.
Wrong exit. And if we want to do all of the quests, we do have to have them in our party sometimes for a while until that triggers. And if you have them in the party with people I really don't like, bloodshed might ensue. I'd rather avoid that.
Of course.
And this here should be the room of Marva, I think. Beauties. And Marva's letters. Of course, this will not end with just us giving the documents
You
over.
found the proper documents. Now you've only to gain a private discourse with Renal
I know.
Bloodskull. Yes, then the matter will be well in hand.
I know it will. However, if you think your job will be done with just delivering the documents, you're a fool. You're a fool indeed. Because of course, after we have proven to be
Desire.
relatively useful fools, they're gonna be like, okay, fine, then go over there and beat the ever-living fucking shit out of our competition, huh? Because of course, of course it will end like this. It will always end like this. We are the ones who have all to do all the footwork while somebody else is sitting around laughing their ass off, going like, I'm an evil mastermind. What they don't understand is that they're only making us stronger. Ever stronger. When windows are dark and uninviting. Yes, they are.
Nothing to it.
Actually, the market aren't here, which means we have a nice opportunity. Oh, the container is actually full again. Interesting. If I can probably get something out of the quarterstaff +2. And one whisper. Move silently and hide in shadows. That's actually not bad for a thief. Rather obvious, I know. But you don't say. You might think a thief might be interested in having something defeated that makes them harder to spot. That help you? Probably not. Interesting. I guess we can sell that shit and see if we cannot give Edwin a sling or something. And let's open the container while we're at it. And how smart are you actually, Edwin? 18. God damn it. Because you are kind of limited in the amount of spells per spell level you can learn. Or scribble in your little spell book, that is. I think the limitation actually gets lifted at intelligence 19. Now, what you can do is you can just drink a potion or something that enhances your intelligence, and then you can write spells into your spellbook as if you were such an intelligent individual. However, I always consider that to be a bit of a pain in the ass to do. Especially because we don't have a potion bag right about now. Well. Long story short,
Excellent day for whatever you're after.
We'll see. We will see how we do this. Quest roll of weakness. Well, that's great. First, let's try to sell a few things, like a quarterstaff +2. Because what I could give Edwin a quarterstaff to 2, but if I'd catch him in flooding close quarters, I have done something horribly wrong, and probably the combat is lost anyway, so... not any reason to do so, is what I'm trying to point towards very nicely. Let's see here. A sling. Sadly a normal one, not a +1 even. Although there are some shops who have them, so we might find them anyway. Give me that. Apart from that, you have a few spells as well. Yeah. Oh wait, there's a sling +1 here. Oh, if I can buy that. We can afford it. It's kind of the problem. The whole way the game is set up, from the opening basically, you get the nice introduction to the offer from Galen. And he's like, yeah, but I would like you to pay a measly 20,000. That sounds like much. Of course, you know, if you go through the story a bit more, you'll find yourself with a counter offer which will lower the price to, I think, 15,000, was it? I think it was 15,000.
What would you like?
Also, oh yeah. If that still sounds like a lot of money, realistically speaking, it's not. I'll tell you for you, we haven't left the city even once. We've just been running around doing some quests, selling some equipment here and there. We already have almost 100,000 in our pockets. They kinda underestimated the ability of the willful to collect a lot of money.
Yes, I'm still here.
Just counting some loot from a delightful outing we had not long ago, and I thought of you. Must help me if I didn't smile just a little. Let's hope you were smiling because you really would like to meet me and look at my pretty face. Not imagine myself getting, you know, cut to pieces or something. You won't make that smile disappear, will you? You brought news, perhaps? You brought some evidence of Malva's foulness? Do tell. Yes, we do. We do have it. Yeah, it seems as Malva has been making overtures to the Night Knives. That's all. As unexpected. Fortunately, it's more than enough to damn Malva completely. Thank you for providing this. And now you're gonna ask me, deal with him, don't you?
Only the last part of our deal remains to be carried out.
See?
Go and eliminate Mavar with my full authority.
Very well. I'm going to eliminate the scum for you in return. Right, a good sport. Now, if memory serves, and mind you, it's actually one of the classes I played with relatively little, actually. The Thieves. Because I think what happens here is, if you kill Maeva, you can get the building he's in as your stronghold. Because you do get a stronghold, a base of operations, basically, for your main character. Depending a little bit on what class you are, or what classes you are, technically speaking. You will only ever get one, but if you're multi-class, you have more choices, let's say. Might want to take a short break in the Sea Bounty Tavern, also to set up his spellcasting, of course. How was I going with that? Oh yeah, strongholds. And I think for Thieves, the Marva's building is basically the strongholds I can get. If I remember that right. As I said, it's the one class I haven't really played around with much, so that's that. Ooh, contingency, you can already use that, eh? Edwin, you have my undeniable attention, because contingency spells are fucking amazing. Pretty sure I talked about this already, but that's whenever we engage a mage, and you immediately see them like combat opens and they're like, okay, 3 protection spells, bam. Yeah, that's a contingency spell, basically. What it means is that you basically set a specific trigger, and if that trigger is met, then the contingency spell fires, and the contingency spell in and of itself just serves as basically a way to save some spells. That will then get immediately activated. Yeah, on certain conditions, like enemy sighted, or like, I don't know, you know, you're getting hit by something. Boom. Works like a charm. Really fun to play around with, and it's one of the reasons why mages can be such a royal pain in the ass to fight, because they all have something like this set up with all of the usual protection spells, making it fucking annoying to deal with them. I consider it to be a bit cheaty, to be fair, but gets the shocking job done, so we're gonna set that up. And of course you kind of need to do this before combat. Basically you cast a spell and that's how you activate it. Oh, this spell. It's nice. However, it doesn't work with creatures with more than 8 hit dice. Which means, technically speaking, it works against mages, because they are usually having less hit dice than that. Of course, there's protection against that as well. Yeah, now, rather obvious. Let's see here. That one is also nice. Invisible Stalker. Special Invisible Stalker from Middleland. That's a pretty classic spell. Wyvern Call, of course. Summon a Wyvern. Creature will live and die to command until spell duration. And of course, Power Word Silence. For the next 7 rounds, the creature cannot make any sound. Silence completely foils any spells that require verbal components, which is basically all the spells. The only ways to counter this spell are either a Dispel Magic or a Vocalize spell. There is no saving throw. Don't remember having too many good experiences with that, but alas, I'm gonna set it up anyway. I just need a custom, burning the damage, blah blah blah. Let me see. I don't remember if this one actually interacts with your party as well, but I have a distinct feeling that it fucking will. And so leaving the AI potentially with a spell of lightning doesn't really sound like a safe idea. I'll say politely. Okay, yeah. I remember that one. Chaos is always a good choice. It's the one spell that gives me usually a lot of trouble when it gets cast on me, because it, well, makes you really useless in any combat situation. And if you have a very limited group like we usually do, yeah, that's not too pleasant. This one, technically speaking, is nice, but only for targeted spells, because not centered directly upon the wizard, yeah. So basically any AoE effect does not get bound back by this one, which is kinda a problem, so I'm probably just gonna give him a lot of chaos, because chaos is actually quite nice. Polymorph Self, never been a fan of that. What is code resistant, multiple projects cast from attack. Yeah, that's one of the annoying little shield thingies that our close quarters combatants have some experience with, I would say. This one is of course rather important. Okay, so 2 fireballs. We have some control over them, of course, and 3 remove magic, I would say. Basically, I have no problem with single target spells, because at least those will only get ever shot at the enemy and not hit my party. But if you give your little companions the ability to cast wildly AoE spells, they might, you know, at times blast your whole fucking party to smithereens, and I'd rather like to avoid that. For some mystical reason, I'm not a fan.
Of course.
I know, surprising. Yes, right, Lord of the Ring.
Extend a bit of hospitality to his guests.
What is it now?
Enter and be welcome at the sea's bounty.
And this is how it works. Condition, target, and spell. Pretty damn simple. Pretty damn simple. These are the conditions you have: helpless, poisons, hit points at certain ranks, the enemy, hit, and the target. That you have, as you can see, we don't have much options here. However, we can choose from all of these. Now the problem is, would that actually work? I would like a few more conditions, mind you. Because sea enemy, for example, yes, if it's a wizard and he have a contingency as well, and I use my remove magic, that could actually work to my advantage. This one is probably not a bad idea. Against mages as well. Fire shield is also not, because it does horrible things to anyone who is attacking you. You can also set up something simple like sea enemy, fireball. Just because you can. Haste, remove magic. Actually, haste would not be a bad idea. Sea enemy, haste. Done.
I shall go forth at your... Very well.
Now that is just set up, and what means happening is, if he sees an enemy, the contingency will fire, and voila, you get something. Where is my main character? I was about to say. We're not gonna leave our biggest fighter. Not dead, actually. Okay, I didn't know there was a fucking secret door there. At least I don't remember it being there.
Whatever you desire.
Well, time to go in there and kick some royal arse. Oh, kicking ass royally, more precisely.
Nothing to it.
See? Immediately fires.
Very well.
Immediately everybody gets hasted.
You shall suffer my wrath.
It's such a nice little thing to have that set up, especially if you know something annoying is coming up. And let's not underestimate the abilities of fucking haste, mind you. Haste is pretty damn fucking amazing as a spell. That, dear ladies and gentlemen, is why you want to have something like that set up. Nice little example, isn't it? The letter of transfer. Is letter given to you by Renal Blood Scalp. Okay, so it's my guild house. Yeah, I don't think that's important any longer. Okay, fair enough, he is a bit far away. Okay, do we want to go upstairs first or downstairs first? I say we go upstairs first.
Fear me.
Whatever you want.
For the honor! Nothing but die.
Bam, bam, bam. Especially with stuff like haste, it's such a nice little combination. I should be surprised how much of a difference that makes. Just the extra text per round. Pretty fucking amazing.
Point the sword, and I shall with all speed, comrade.
All speed and need. There should be nobody here. Oh no, there's somebody here.
Yes.
Thought you could hide, eh? You're not gonna survive for long.
I hear you well enough. For honor and glory.
The power of the haste spell. The only weakness that spell really has is the fact that it's not lasting that long per se. Just a few rounds basically, but oh boy. Yes, you've seen how much that makes
If you say
a
so.
difference.
Of course.
We go down here again, and we enter through the... We don't go into the basement. Technically I could set up another contingency, but I can also just, since we know combat is coming, just cast it normally, not waste the contingency, although I don't really have some of my most favorite contingency spells
That's what you want.
just yet. Also, I think there's also a better version yet available to us,
Go bother someone else.
but I don't want to. Oh yeah.
Whatever you desire. Nothing to it.
Come for me, have you?
Yes, I have.
No, I've still those loyal to me, and they have warned me. We'll not lay down for you. Do as you must.
That was the plan, all along. Run!
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
Let's see. Velvet Silence. Do you have any mages with you? Pretty sure you will have some. Summon a creature.
Shah guides my hand.
Do some chanting while we're at it. Powerful chanting and all of that. And you know what? Summon some insects on this guy. And now we can just enjoy the show. Quite literally. Hello, priest. That was that. We just need to wait for this as well to come back to his senses. Do we actually have something that could help with that? Good question.
Else to do but bother me?
Would that actually work? I wonder. That did not really. More for removing. I guess we could silence him. I mean, he's not attacking anything, so I guess that's not really a problem.
You require Yoshimo is willing.
Yes, he should be. As for the rest, we do want to kinda get to the point where we can actually, or will actually, leave the city and collect the rest of the companions. There's one character in particular, little Nadia, that is, in a manner of speaking, basically a direct replacement for Imoen in many regards. Now, technically speaking, you have Yoshimo, but technically you don't need any really replacement.
Stand amongst the right. Helm guides my path.
There are reasons however you might want. Nadia does fill that spot rather neatly. She also has a bit of a quest later on, I think, where she got kidnapped. Was that Nadia? I think that was Nadia. I do need to look that up though. It's the curse of having a limited party. Oh, we can only travel with 6 people at a time. Okay, we did it. Now, since we are not in any way a thief class, we cannot get this as a base of operations. Sad as that might be. I think we can get the mage stronghold though. What stronghold did the fighters actually get? I don't fucking remember.
I require rest. I demand we stop.
I'll think about it.
I could really use some rest.
Alright, for the moment, how are we gonna proceed actually? It's a good question, isn't it? Right now, Yahira's quest is done. That was the quest with the Harpas. Vicunia doesn't technically speaking have a quest, because she's just happy to be fucking alive and not dead. Yoshimo doesn't have a quest, but for very different reasons. Amon still has to make his test thing. Basically, he has to appear before the order and get judged for his deeds. And Edwin has also a quest. Now, I don't remember how long it takes for him to trigger those, but I do kind of would like to get them out of the way. Because some of the quests are also, of course, with timers and other such nonsense, making it kind of difficult. So I'd rather get that out of the way before we get even more companions.
If that's what
Rather obvious, I know. Some room. For some reason, there was apparently just valuables on the ground.
Your whip on my back. I said
Strange, but no, I'll take it.
The tale of your deed has already reached my ears. Such things tend to. Well done, I say. Your reward is well earned.
I would assume so. I think you'll find the amount adequate. 10,500 gold is no small fortune. Well, that's actually quite a lot. Now I think you deserve a little more. From my personal armory and swords. Take well and good care of it. You well deserved it. I'm grateful. On your way with my blessing. Anything you can tell me about the wizards? Or about the cold wizards? Okay. Will be difficult, hence the cost. That's all I will say. Raise your money for Galen. You will not be disappointed. We can.
Must have rest soon, my friend. I have no wish to be weary when my skills call for careful concentration.
Yes, Yoshimo.
whatever you desire.
He was not this long,
Yoshimo,
even
you
when I
are
led
such a
soldiers
little
in the order.
interesting character.
Rest would be welcome, lest we endanger ourselves.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Now we do need to do that, and then I do kind of need to look up how we go best about triggering their little questies to get them out of the way, and then have them being available at the Copper Coronet for our use whenever we want to. It also means that for the foreseeable future we always will need to have at least one spot open for a new party member. That is also true once we go outside. What did you level up at? Oh, no, you're a human, I forgot. I'm too used to multi-class, not so much dual class. But that's kinda what's biting me in the ass here. Let's see, yeah.